Hey, greetings from Anokijig. Hopefully you've had a safe and positive holiday weekend. Today we're less than 2 weeks away from the start of Summer Camp 2021, and we are excited. The staff are starting to gather to start their orientations tomorrow. The last of the program equipment is being set up, and incredible fun plans are being made for you all to come and join us. Things are looking positive. And in the words of an old Bob Dylan song, times they are a changin'. With vaccinations now available to many people and the recent guidance changes from the CDC and the ACA, some really interesting opportunities are starting to present themselves. So I wanted to take a few minutes of your time to update you on our current situation so everyone will know what to expect when you arrive for your particular session here at camp. First, the newest guidelines that came out over the last month here have made us able to open up camp to a few more kids. Our waiting list has got some kids off of it. Our highest week last year was 90 kids, or right around 90. Currently, we're planning for up to 159. So about 60 more kids get to come to camp each week. More kids, more friends, more fun. But of course, we're still looking to keep your camp experience just as safe as it was last year when we had no COVID transmitted here. So let's talk about how we can do that and keep things safe. As I say this, please remember that we continue to monitor the guidance of the CDC, ACA, our state and local health departments on a daily basis. It is very likely that precautions that we'll start with, that I'll talk about now, might change multiple times during the summer based on the current situations at the time. Hopefully changing to be less restrictive, but we may need to dial back a few things once in a while if conditions warrant it. Whenever a change is made, though, we'll be sure to update everyone by email and possibly by more videos just like this. At this point, we're going to start the summer with our family style program that we've told you about on the website, which is a group style programming. If you didn't experience it last year, here's our few key points to keep in mind. Prior to camp, we ask you to take a few extra level precautions at home. Try to kind of limit your activity at home with a lot of different people. Mask where required. Limit close contacts with unvaccinated people and people that could possibly be infected with COVID. And practice good hand washing and distancing. All the things they've been telling you to stay safe about for the last year. We will require a 14-day symptom record check. And again, that is on our website. And a slight change there, if you have multiple symptoms in any particular day, or if you have symptoms in one of the last 4 days on the chart before you come to camp, we are going to ask you to stop somewhere and get yourself a negative COVID test, just so we can know that we're safe coming in at the start of your camp stay. For check-in and check-out of camp, we will do a staggered drop-off and pickup. This means that a couple of days prior to your arrival at camp, we'll send you your housing, which sections you're going to be in, and your check-in time. This allows us to have the whole section check in at the same time period and be separated from other groups right from the start. For check-in times, you can plan Sunday afternoons between 1:30 and 2:30, and on Fridays for checkout between 3:30 and 5 p.m. We will collect symptom forms and do symptom checks while you're in the car, and then we'll ask one person to leave the car to help unload if necessary. During check-in and check-out, we'll also ask everyone to mask regardless of the vaccination status, just because we're mixing so many people in that situation. Now, during camp, we'll have most activities as separate cohorts or groups. There's 6 fun zones that are planned out per day, and each fun zone you'll have 3 to 4 individual options so that you can do what you like the most within that fun zone, and you can do those over and over, or you can try a lot of different things throughout your day. We will do symptom checks daily also, once a day at least here at camp, to make sure that everybody's staying safe. We'll have 2 meal seatings like we did last year to be able to fit everybody in. And new to this summer, we will have some in-person trading post time available for you to shop for those clothes and souvenirs that you used to like to get in there in addition to the daily deliveries of your food orders from the trading post to your sections once a day. And of course, the staff will continue to do some extra cleaning around camp of all those touchable surfaces to try to keep things nice and clean, cleaner than they've ever been at a camp, I'll tell you that. And now for the one that everyone's been asking, the big one. Do I have to wear a mask at camp? The true answer is sometimes, but not near as much as we may have had to in the past. Basically, what we can tell you is that the recent CDC guidance for overnight camps that was put out over the last couple of weeks, fact is, it was changed again just last Friday, has some new options. There are now 2 sets of guidelines for camps, for overnight camps. One in which all participants are vaccinated, and another set for when a portion of the population is vaccinated. Now, currently, we're not requiring people to be vaccinated to participate at camp this summer. In fact, there'll be a few section of kids that are under 12 years old, so they're not even eligible to get vaccinated yet. Hopefully that'll come by the end of the summer. So we'll need to look at that second set of guidances, the one for partially vaccinated camps. That version does say that if we stay in our cohorts, your sections, and don't mix with other sections face-to-face, that campers and staff would not need to mask. They would mask up if they're going to get close to someone from another group. This means that because our program plans are in this family style, meant to keep things separate anyways, we really shouldn't have to mask, except when passing another group within camp, getting to the meal serving line, or on the way into your seats at the campfire. So most of the time should be mask-free. However, I will definitely be okay if someone feels they're more comfortable with a mask. They can definitely continue to wear the mask with no problem at all. That's everybody's choice. I currently do expect that a large proportion of our camp population will be vaccinated by midsummer. And the larger the percentage that are, the greater chance of throwing off the mask completely and going back to what I now call the freestyle version of Anokijig from pre-COVID. That version where there's more camper spots, where there's more skill choice programs, where there's ranch, where there's carryovers, and where there's open free periods. So it goes without saying that even though that we're not requiring vaccination, we incredibly highly encourage anyone that's eligible to get vaccinated to get one. It really is our current key to changing back to traditional Anokijig. If you need help getting a vaccination, we have places where you can go to get them. To this end, you'll be getting a new form to fill out from our office prior to your arrival at camp. This will be the vaccination status form and waiver. Basically, in order to be able to make decisions on when things can change, we're going to need to know how many of us are vaccinated. Remember, if you were all vaccinated, the CDC says we can go back to normal right now. So down the road, I believe that even if a high percentage of people are vaccinated at camp, there might be policies that change as we go forward. It's also really important for people to know that if they aren't vaccinated at camp, no matter how much we do to prevent the transmission of COVID, there is a little more risk for that person that's unvaccinated, as much as we try. So it's just important for people to be aware of that, and that's what this form is all about. With any luck, all of that is going to help us go in a positive direction so that we can again move forward. So what are the changes can you look for over last year? Program-wise, Gaga is back. We've got 2 Gaga pits. One's on the deck alongside the 9 square. Another one's out in our sand pit by the big games, so you can get back to Gaga. Medieval archery is going to be a possibility for those older sections. We're going to get that going as sectional activities. And nature is going to become STEM with some really new, cool activities that you are going to love to make that even more fun. Hopefully, we can continue to add even more programs as we go forward and things relax a bit. Finally, please be aware that all of the things that I just said are subject to change. As the situation and guidance changes, we'll be changing things along the way, hopefully to get more relaxed over time. The goal is to get as many people back to camp at Anokijig this summer as possible so they can have some great Anokijig experiences out on the loose again at camp, but also to continue to do it in the safest way we possibly can. If you have any questions about any of all of this, please feel free to contact me at the camp office, or my email is darinh, D-A-R-I-N-H, @anokijig.net. It's going to be a great summer, and we can't wait to have you all back at Anokijig having outrageous fun. So Rick Tick, we'll see you soon.